Today is September the 20th, 2025. Today I woke up from a dream where it started off, I'm in this apartment building and I'm doing this girl's hair. And I finished doing a braid or something like that. And once I was done, I pulled it a little bit and her whole braid came out. I didn't know. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? I didn't know what to do. And the scene changed. I'm out in front of the apartment complex, right? And there is some little bickering, I guess. It seemed like it was just uncomfortable. A couple of units, the people and everything. So, real life dramas going on. And for whatever reason, I happened to look up in the sky. I looked up and there's a crack. And the crack kept going. It probably, like, it didn't get like enormously big, but like an average living room, the length of that. And it was just a crack. It was just a crack. The scene changed. And I was on above everyone. I was where the crack was at and I was standing on top of it, right? And to my left there's a presence. I don't see the person, but there's a presence. And I know that presence is with me, but I just don't see them, you know. And I think there's a few others up there. I don't really see them, but I know there's a few others up there and they're kind of looking over everything like I am. I mean, it's like a handful of people. And I'm not focused on them because once I'm on top, that crack that I looked up and I saw this crack, there it's a gaping hole. It didn't, just pulled apart even more. And I'm looking down, and what I see is a large gathering of people. All the people, because when I noticed it, I didn't know anyone else noticed it. I think I had started running, looking at the crack. And when I was down there, I didn't know what to do. To me, the world was over. This was it. The world was over. And then I was on the ceiling, of the looking down. And it's funny because it does when when you're up there, it looks like you're on a ceiling. But I'm up in the sky and I'm looking down through the crack at the people. And there's a huge gathering. And then they're like in a parking lot. And they're in all the cars. I see the different cars, the red, the blacks, the blues, the whatever, right? And the people are outside of the cars and they're all lumped together and they're all looking up. And I knew they were scared. I knew they were unsure of what does it mean? I'm unsure. I'm looking down at them. And then I had this thought, I better get back down there because there was a particular person that I didn't want to be worried about me. And so as I started walking, I saw like, steps that would go down. And I knew I was so far up, but I got to go down the steps to get down there. But then just that thought, I was down. And then the scene changed again, and it's like a baseball field or something like that. And then you know how the opening is, and you have the bleachers on the side. And I saw what happened was when I got back down and I looked up, the crack was closing. That's what happened. I looked up and the crack closed, and I saw the person closing the crack. The crack was no longer in the sky, which meant the world wasn't going to end. I thought that something was going to end, something was over, and then something would follow. But if you close up the crack, then that's not happening. And so I saw the person that was closing the crack up. It was this lady. And so she goes and sits on the bleachers, and I follow her, and I'm like, why did you do that? What did you do that for? And so she was mumbling words, And I couldn't understand her. And she sat down. And this lady next to her, and there's other people, they're sitting on the bleachers, sitting out, and there's people standing in front of them looking at them. And this other lady just jumped on me and just said, "There is no need in you crying. Just keep going." And I'm like, because I'm thinking, I'm like, I am not crying. I say, and I can cry if I want to and keep going, or I don't have to cry and keep going. I said, but that's up to me. I said, just because you cry does not mean you're not going to keep going. So it is up to me to decide what it is that I'm going to do. And she just looked at me, and I just looked at her. There was no ugliness coming to me, and there was no ugliness directly coming to her, but just the fact that, meaning we were going to be, having words. It's just the fact that I don't know. This is me. I have empathy. I have compassion. Just because someone's hurting and they have tears or they want to take a pause before they keep going, why not? So I walked off. And it's strange because I walked off and I heard this guy, he was talking to them saying, "You remember when we used to wear afros?" And I was walking off and I was thinking, I should go get one of my pictures with my afro and bring it back and show them. And I woke up. And the dream to me, it's a really easy dream. You could interpret it. It's like, there was a lot going on. We don't even have to name the different things that's going on around the world in here. With the expectations that people have coming up. We know it's going the different divides that we have here in America. You know what they are, and you know what they are around the world. Keep going. And I think that I thought about when I woke up, there was nothing wrong with what the lady said. Don't be crying, just keep going. Everybody has a difference of how they word things, right? It wasn't her trying to be ugly. She was just, there are some people that feel that way. You know that. There are people that feel that way. I'm the type of person is, if you do not pause too long, okay, that's where the danger is. When you pause too long in your suffering and your pain. We're all in this together. We have to keep going, okay? It looks like it was, I don't know what that was with the sky. Is it a false alarm? I don't know. Are they saying they see us? Did we put that crack there? Are they saying someone out there is aware of the divide that's going on right now? Either or, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you sympathize with what the lady said. It doesn't matter if you sympathize and you understand my words. The words are that was said to me is you have to keep going. Just keep going. And this is what we're going to do. There's no need in us arguing and bickering or whatever it is. There is no need in getting angry with yourself. We just keep going. Thank you.